So hello guys, and welcome back to another weekly Wednesday special. It is myself, it is Finbar just behind this shed because it's me and Finn. There he is, look, right there, look. It's me and Finn on fencing today. It's my dad and aunt, Chelsea's aunt, on a job today. And then the rest of the lads are smashing it as always. And of course, we couldn't do what we do without the girls in the office. But yes, it's a pleasure having you back. If you could subscribe to the channel, we'd very much appreciate it. If you could like this video, we'd very much appreciate it. And I'm sure you will like this video because one, we're back to the work. No more holidays for a while. And you're gonna find out where I went for those 3 weeks originally, like a year and a half ago, 2 years, I'm not sure when it was. Some of you have probably built it up a bit more than it should have needed to be. And some of you are gonna be sort of happy and excited for the future of D&J Projects. But first, you're gonna have to stick around if you wanna see that bit, because that's gonna be later in the video. I'm not gonna tell you when, might be near the end, might be near the middle. So if you skip, shame on you. But first, you're gonna go and see what my dad and aunt have been up to, and then you're gonna catch up with myself and Finbar on this job. Customers made us a lovely cup of tea, so thank you very much if you're watching the video. But yeah, you're gonna catch up with dad, and then when you come back to us, we'll show you what we're doing.
Good morning. It is Monday morning and I've had a nice refreshing holiday and eager to be at it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's Monday morning. It's the same old Monday morning, but we've got something special for you guys. We have got a shed base and it's for an existing customer. We've already done the fencing for, so you might recognise what we are doing. I hope everyone had a nice, happy Father's Day. This is what I got. You guys see that? Tells you the temperature of your brew. So yeah, we're doing a nice little shed base. The customer's already got the slabs. All we're providing on this is the digger, the laying of the customer's slabs, and the stone and sand. We're going to put it on the screed. So we're going to mix sand and cement together, screen it off with some screening bars, which will show you the process as we're doing it. The customer's had a lovely conservatory built. But yeah, we put that fencing in. Comment down below if you remember this one. But yeah, it is going to be a good one, guys. It really is. Like I say, we're doing from the shed base here. It's going to be 4.8 meters by 2.4. So I believe if I worked it out right, it's 36 slabs. 36 of them slabs. We can use second-hand slabs. Perfectly fine for a shed base. There's nothing wrong with that. We've got the faithful. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's been fixed. But yeah, first job is... we're ripping 2 of these out as well. These line posts, because they've got a clothesline, whirlpool. What are them things called there? Whirlpool, spinny line. I don't know what they're called. Just rambling. But first job is we're going to put some string lines up. Going to set the laser level up, see what heights we can go to, and see how we can make this shed base work, because we are on a bit of a gradient. So yeah, whatever we do, we're gonna have to batten some soil up against this fencing. We didn't put that fencing in,
But we did slide in the panels.
we put the fencing in behind us, so I don't know how deep them posts are. So we want to batten some soil up against there, batten some soil across the back, and then get the shed base as level as possible for what we can make it and make it work for this customer. So laser level's all set up. I'm just going to dig it down to some kind of level and see what we're working with. I've set it up to roughly this level at the minute because levels are all over. Yeah, Ant's going to be on the stick. He's going to tell me deeper, and we're just going to blade it off for now and then see what we've got.
The chance to run, leave behind the said and done, figure out what's to come. Reasons, all the bigger things I can't ignore. I'm not getting what I came here for. Gotta get ahead of something more. So I think I found a new way out, way beyond a shadow of doubt.
So the digger is doing exactly the same as what it did before. It's blowing that seal out, which isn't ideal. especially when we need it. But this is near enough to some kind of level now, so we need to get some stone in here and see what we've got. So it wouldn't be another day at D&J if we did not have another problem. So the little O-ring that was on it, I scrapped that. I've got one of these now. I'm going to put it so it's a face, so it sits on the face. Hopefully that will do it. Fingers crossed it will. So I'm going to fit this now and we're going to have a go.
Guess I could be stronger now and leave it up to fate somehow. But I'm doing this for me.
So then guys, we have got a big pile of spoil. So far, fingers crossed, don't want to jinx it, but she's doing all right. Yeah, we're digging out to level. This is basically, so yeah, that's got to be battened off, just like we've done here. So that's a slight slope, stone will be filled up, and then we'll probably titivate it a bit more. It's going right down to where Jordan stood there. But yeah, now I'm just going to pull this bit up, and then we'll start bringing stone in. So there we have it guys, we have whacked the stone, just run out a little bit of stone. Going to run out down there. They're going to be shifted and it's going to build that side up when this base is done. But we've battened that off, just got to do that side. We've done a bit there. But yeah, there's a lot of soil, but it's having planters all the way down here, all the way down there. And Alas is doing the patio things, we don't do that anymore. So they're going to do that. But yeah, it is going to look really, really good. Level should be up to about there. But yeah. You're going to have to catch up on a Sunday to watch this one. Finish this because we're going to be finished tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be in a Sunday video. So if you want to see this complete, catch up on Sunday. Now what we're doing, we're heading back to the yard to see what the guys are doing. So then I said we'll catch when we got back up at the yard. Back at the yard, I can't speak. Right. Sneak preview of the grab. That's all you're having. You're going to have to come back in later videos to see it. But that is it from me. Now we'll go and catch up with Stevie.
So welcome back guys. There's going to be a gate and a fence there. Fencing. These posts coming out, look at this, look at this. Fencing. Fencing. Bit of fencing here. All these posts and gravel boards are staying, we're just changing the panels. Of course we've got to put a post here and then there'll be a bay that obviously ties into our new post. Good times, good times. But we're going to get these out. You've seen us take these out a million times, so we'll just get them out and then we'll show you what they look like. See what the concrete balls look like on the end of these. So me and Finbar, we've been busy. We've put this first bay in here. Sitting nice, sitting pretty as we say. And then we've got this bay here, that's a 7 foot wide bay. So what we're going to do is probably just under 7 foot, like 1 inch. So what we're going to do, we're just going to cut the gravel board when we get it. Of course we haven't got one right now, but we've put the next bay in, nice little drop down, and then we'll probably try and keep it a little bit level if we can. It'll be close, it'll be close. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Obviously tidying up as we go. Finn is learning on the job, that's what we like to see. Yeah, right, time lapse time.
Are you having the posts there?
Possibly, mate, yeah. One around there. It's going to be a 6 foot bay here. And then we're going to see where 6 foot takes us. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is this drain here. But they've got a post there, so hoping this obviously tapers that way. There is a drain down there, there's a drain there, so it might go like this. I'm not sure yet. But I guess we'll find out, because when we get a 6 foot bay here, there'll have to be a small bay here for this. It's not ideal, is it? So it's not what you want, guys. But yeah, what we'll do, we'll get this bay in here using these magic fingers. Boom. So fencing is looking smart. We've dropped a 6x5 panel in there because 6x5 fits there. 6x5 have got to fit there as well to match sort of these posts. When you're doing panel replacements, remember I always say you've got to go to your smallest post. See how that one's taller, but this one's to the shoulder. I can't put the panel up to that one there because it'll be higher than this post. So that's what you've got to work out when you're doing panel replacements. Dropped a gravel board in, going to drop a gravel board in. These two panels are going to be at the same height, so we'll get this gravel board matching this gravel board. And then there will be a gravel board in there, but it's not quite 6 foot, so we're going to do that as a custom bay, normal. Jamie's got measurements for these panels. Jamie's got a measurement for that. That's an inch and a bit under 7 foot. We'll bring a gravel board and cut that as well. This bay here works out at, oh, gate's gone as well, guys. But this works out at 7 foot pretty much here. So what we're going to do is just going to get a 7 foot gravel board, 7 foot panel, get that in as if we was doing a normal bay, and then we'll just put the post in after. So pretty simple. We just need a couple inters. So what we're going to do now, we're going to tidy everything up, get it looking pretty again for this customer. We are going to head back to the yard, get the bits and bobs that we need, and then come back. It's around about 3 o'clock and we're literally around the corner. 3 o'clock, Finn?
10 past 2.
10 past 2?
Yeah.
Oh, 10 past 2, so here I am thinking it was longer. Day's obviously dragging for me. We need a 4x4 and a 4x2 on the post. English. A 4x4 on the post. On the post, on the wall, that should stick us out far enough, but if it isn't going to do that, I'm going to put a 4x2 on as well. There'll be an inter here, but there'll be a 4x2 post. You can tell I've had a week off. 4x2 timber onto that post as well. Yeah, it's coming along, this one. Custom bay in there. Again, just panel replacements, sliding in a couple gravel boards where it didn't have gravel boards. For a first job back since having a week off, I'm happy with this one. I think it's 5 o'clock now. Just some timbers to put on the wall and the concrete post tomorrow, and just, you know, like a final sweep up. We're pretty much tidied up everywhere though, to be honest. Gave it a rake, as you can see, with the lines in there, and then up the alleyway as well. Nice and tidy. Still got access, just leaving the timbers there for today. We're not looking too shabby, that. So we are back in the yard. First day done at D&J since coming back from holiday. It's been hard, it's been tough, but I think that's more so through not eating, no breakfast or anything like that. And I've been used to having breakfast every day on holiday, and I haven't had any today, so it's been a bit hard. I'm sure a lot of you have clicked on this video to find out where I went missing, I guess. And if you haven't skipped to that part, then you're waiting on it right now. So I guess the day is pretty much done. You've already seen Dad's clips, you've just seen mine and Finbar's clips. So I guess let's get to it. So then, guys, yes, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this announcement in the video. Hopefully you didn't skip to the end of the video and you've still watched the content at the beginning. We've been getting this question on where I went sort of missing, disappeared to about 18 months ago, for around about 18 months. It's pretty much every video you'd say that it's in the comments. People
the reason why it's been brought up as well, I think, because he disappeared twice. And will it get to that? Why he disappeared twice?
3 times.
Was it 3 times?
3 times. 3 times. I disappeared for 3 weeks, and then I went for 1 week, and then I went for a week again, basically. So I was gone for 5 weeks out of this 18 months on 3 different sort of occasions. Now, basically, we'll start from the beginning, how it came about. We'll go from the very beginning to sort of where we are today. and obviously it's an 18-month sort of thing, but it was all concluded around about September was sort of the last time I disappeared, actually. So it was 1 year. It took 1 year,
which is a real long time.
Long
and
time.
You'll know why in a minute, why it takes so long. Some of you subscribers have already guessed as well. We've already guessed in the comments.
We've seen it before.
Yeah, we've seen a few of the thing, and the people that have guessed will realise how hard and how difficult this thing
sort of was.
Was
and is.
Yeah, it still is. And there's a massive shortage of them as well. So basically, we'll just get straight into it, and it needs to be recognised in the comments as well, because it's a massive achievement. What it come about was, obviously, we run grabs, and to run grabs, you need a transport manager, and the transport manager makes sure everything runs squeaky clean with your tachos, with your vehicle maintenance, with your PMIs, and basically we were outsourcing that. So it come to, we need to, it works out quite a bit of money actually over the year. We need to do it in-house. So what I did, I looked into it. I was going to do it to start with, but I looked into it and I couldn't be away from the business for that long. And eventually Stevie's going to take over the business, so it made sense for Stevie to do the course. And it's an A-level course, isn't it? It's classed as an A-level course.
So it's classed as just over an A-level course basically, but rather than having a full term to do this course from September to April, you've got 3 weeks basically to learn everything. And then there's 2 tests. You do a case study and then you do multiple choice. And when I first went into this, I knew it was hard because I'd done some research and I'd realised that nationwide there was a pass rate of 40%. And that was literally it, a 40% pass rate. And I thought to myself, what could literally be that hard? And then I turned up to site.
So let's just put it in perspective what he needed to learn. This book here, he needed to learn every single page of this book. And every little section here, he needed to learn. 31
separate sections. Let me just tilt this down for you guys. You see that? 2 secs. We've got this new tripod and it's stiff as anything. Yeah, I think that'll do, yeah.
So, every single section. And he needs to learn this in that short space of time.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. So, the first time he did it, which is crazy, failed it by 1 point, didn't you?
So, I went into it basically thinking, right, I've got 2 tests. I've got case studies, which is where you describe certain events and you do like a driver's run, maybe an international driver's run, a double man driver's run, and you're not allowed to go illegal on that. And then you do financial stuff because it's all about financials of the business stuff. When you think transport manager, it is about the grabs, of course it is, a no licenses, but it's also about sick pay, maternity pay, financials, driver's licenses, literally quite
just everything. Put it in perspective, the bit for our business is probably that.
10 page, it's number 10. It's literally 10, it's just that.
Just that's what he needed just for our business.
Just that bit there.
So the rest of it is just running through.
Technically didn't necessarily need, lovely to know the information, but
you need to know it because obviously if you did sub out or go to any other company, you'd need different sections of this, but we needed that bit, but you still had to learn every single bit to pass that course.
So going to the test, I knew that I just wanted to pass 1. I had 2, I wanted to pass 1, and then I could go back and do the next one and it could be a little bit less pressure because I've not got to remember everything from this side. It's just a multiple choice.
Because what was it? It's case studies. One's case studies,
case study,
and one is a multiple choice test. So on the case studies, the first time round,
you need 50% to pass. So let's say there's 100 questions or 100 sort of correct points, you only need 50. It sounds so easy, guys. It sounds so easy. A multiple choice out of 60, you need 41 or 42. So again, relatively sort of easy. I can get pretty much 20 questions wrong. I only need 2/3 of it. and you think, gotta pass that easy. Case studies, I'm not gonna lie, I smashed it, absolutely smashed it, and I passed it first time. And then it come to the multiple choice, and I was sitting in this office, Dad was here, Mum was over there, and I was sitting on the back wall over there. And you have to wait 6 weeks to get your results. So you do your test, and then you wait 6 weeks for them to basically give you a call. You're sitting there in anticipation and wondering, sort of nervous, thinking, oh, it was a hard one. It felt hard when I did it. And then I got a phone call, and then the company AIM, they were amazing. And then the woman that rang me, Rachel, the receptionist, but does a bit more than receptionist to be fair. She just gets straight to it. It was, sorry to tell you that you failed, basically. And I always had in my head, right, if I fail, I'd rather fail by 10 points because, right, at least I weren't so close to it. But you needed 41 and I failed with 40. And there's no sort of retest or anything like that. You can't get them to check it because it is legit. It's one of those things. And I actually got emotional and I actually cried on that chair over there. And I was so emotionally attached to this test for 3 weeks that it was literally my life. I was getting to the place at 8 o'clock. I was leaving at 5 o'clock. I was getting home. I was then doing another 2 to 3 hours of coursework because it's all coursework, homework to try and prep yourself for it.
And don't forget, it was editing the video.
Yeah, I was doing all the videos at the same time.
I was still videoing and then taking my clips to Stevie, and he was still editing a video to bring out to you guys.
Yeah, twice a week.
Not only was he studying in the day, doing it at night, and editing, and then getting up the next day to smash this out, it's unreal. So this is why we waited this long to do this video as well. You might think, oh yeah, there's nothing. But past this, it's unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. And some of you might have already got your transport manager's course, or you might be a transport manager, and you'll realise how hard this is.
Yeah, 100%.
You'll realise. Some of you won't, but do try learning some of this. I mean, it's solid pages. There's no pictures in there. No. This is solid pages. And this is actually your book with notes in. It's got notes in where it's made notes. So it needed recognising. It needed the proper video to go through it with you, because I don't care what anyone says. I'm proud of this man for doing that. You know what I mean? Really, really proud. And to be fair, I don't think I would have passed it. It would have took me, God, a few goes.
Yeah.
But what did it take you?
So you know the story on the first one.
Yeah.
And you can't just get booked in like, all right, well, I'll do it next week. They only do this 4 times a year. It's quarterly. So they do one in, say, I did mine in December, November, December, then it goes to like February, March, June, July, and then it goes to September again. So it does it 4 times a year. So that's why it was taking a while. I couldn't just jump into it again. So I did it again in the February, March, say. The test papers, it's a strange one. It's not just like, right, you need 41 every single time. What they'll do is, if the test is really, really hard, they'll drop the pass mark. So I think this one came to, I think overall it's supposed to be 42, but my first one was 41, my second one was 41. And I swear on my life, guys, I got 41 again. I needed 41, I got 40. I failed by 1 again, and I was so angry at myself for thinking, how have I done that again? And then I was gonna do it in June. And then we went on holiday, which some of you would have watched. My dad's 40th birthday. We went to June for 2 weeks, so I had to miss that one. And of course, I'm not going to miss my dad's birthday, family holiday. I thought, right, I'll just go again in September. And I went in September, and the pass rate had actually dropped to 38. The woman on the actual person that sort of did it, receptionist Rachel again, had said it's one of the hardest ones that they've had. And I passed with 38. I literally scraped it sort of by the skin of my teeth. But I didn't care. I didn't care that I passed it by the mark, and I'd got 22 questions wrong, guys, but I'd still passed it. I did not care if I'd have got 50 or 60 or 38. The fact that I'd stuck to it, and I'm the sort of one of those guys that in my head, right, if I want something, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter if it takes me 1,000,000 times. I'm going to do it because I've set my sort of mind to that. And I passed it with 38, and it took me just under a year to do it. Sounds a lot longer, but I only did the test 3 times. And it was a big achievement for myself. I remember being on a job, getting the phone call and being dead happy, and then I rang my mum, I rang my dad, and I just had the biggest smile on my face all day, sort of thing. And yes, you could be asking the question, why has it took you 8 months to tell you? One is time, really, and getting round to it.
and it needs recognising, like you've said, it does need recognising. This is a massive achievement. Yeah. This has pushed our company forward. It's cost a hell of a lot of money, don't get me wrong. To get this and to get STEVIE, so we've got this qualification, and then the stuff we had to put in place, which I didn't realise, because we've had to have stuff but reads the tachos, software put in place to register and log everything, a separate laptop to do it. You don't realise how much money it costs, and it isn't down to money, it's about pushing the company forward, and this man has done it, and he will take this qualification with him, and basically it just smashed it.
Yeah.
Keep saying, yeah. It needed its own separate bit on the video, and I'd like to say we do apologise it's taken so long to do it, but yeah, this is the only time we've really had, haven't we?
Yeah, this is literally the first time we thought, right, let's sit down and do it.
We've been dying to tell you for ages, and these are his certificates. You might be asking why they aren't up on the wall. It's because, obviously, we're videoing here and we didn't want no one knowing. But yeah, his certificates are here and they will be put up. So, just to prove.
It's good, guys.
Yeah, there are his certificates and they will be put up now, we've told you guys. But yeah, I want you all to show some love in the comments. I want you to put in the comments and all, if you've done this course.
Yeah.
And just put how hard you found it.
Be honest.
How many times? I only know one person, but it's passed this course first time. Only one person, and he said he studied and studied and studied and studied and studied, and he don't know how he passed it because he was the only one in the class but passed it. And he got people which are still taking out. Some people give up.
Yeah, and
which is crazy.
There's people who took the same course as me in my sort of group still haven't passed now. We're talking nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
Nearly 2 years they've still not passed. And that's not like throwing shade at them or anything. That's just, it's that hard. And of course there are always geniuses that read something and they've got one of the
photographic memory.
Yeah, photographic memory, and they just remember that sort of stuff. That's amazing. If you've got that, make the most of it. But your average Joe Blogs,
you got to remember we're working as well.
Yeah.
A lot of these people who are taking this course, and I'm not putting anyone down, are actually, that's their job. That's what their job they're trained to do. So that company will give them 6 months, right, you're doing that, you do that. Stevie hasn't got that option. He was working as well, like I say, doing the YouTube, doing that, working up before it. You know what I mean? They don't give these books out as well. So I wanted to get one of these books. So Stevie had an inkling about it. It says no, because it changes all the time.
Yeah.
So he may have done this course now, and there might be a couple of sections in here which change.
Yeah,
and it changes.
They do recommend doing like a refresher.
Yeah.
Every so often to keep on. But the good thing about this as well, once you've got it, you've got it.
Yeah.
There's no, it's not like the CPC stuff where you need to do like 35 hours every 5 years. You've got this now. They just recommend refreshers.
And
it's good.
You've got contacts and all, haven't you? You've got contacts you can ring up and advise you and help you.
For if you did this a good few years ago, it used to be national low license and international low license. But when I went to go do it, they merged everything into each other. So when I'm learning sort of international routes and which passage to go through and carnets and NTs and TNTs, and I'm thinking, God, this is when we had one grab. We've got one grab going round Nottingham, and I'm learning how I'm going to get to Brussels and what documents I need, and I'm thinking, God, I'm never ever going to use this. But they threw all of that in with it, and there was no sort of, I only need national, need international. So it made it a bit harder, and I thought, I'm learning all this, and I would never ever use any of this.
How much tread you'd use on a tyre and how much fuel.
Everything, literally
every little bit. It's mind blowing.
Financial stuff of forget just being the driver. Right, you run a multi-million pound company, and you need to figure out that how many miles your 10 wagons do each year, and then I need you to divide by each tyre how much sort of miles per gallon and fuel that's using, and how much it costs on maintenance per lorry, but then per sort of axle. And I weren't the smartest when it comes to sort of math in school, and then I'm seeing all of this and I'm thinking, oh my God, man. I literally, how am I going to do this? In 3 weeks, I've got to learn this in 3 weeks, never mind a full year's term. But it was good, guys. I'm so glad that I got to do it, happy that I got to do it. We're a family business, of course we want to keep stuff in-house. Yes, going external is great, but this is my dad and my mum's sort of baby. Now, it's just amazing that I've been able to come in later into the business, but then start branching out and getting stuff that I can bring into the company, not just, all right, Stevie's just the fencer now, or I'm the fencer. Then my dad sorted out the grab so I could drive the grab, so that's another sort of string to the bow. Transport manager, another string to the bow. I like that sort of stuff. Big family business, we're all trying to stick together and grow as one. And it was really good having your guys' support. I know a lot of you asking, right, what have you done? I want to know where you're going. I still get Instagram messages nearly every day about, where did you go for those 3 weeks? So thank you for the support. Thank you for always worrying and asking what's going on. It really does mean the world to us. I know we've been talking for 20 minutes, but we said we was going to do that. Just thank you. I know you're going to say well done in the comments, so thank you very much for all of that. And yeah, onwards and upwards for D&J Projects.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, Transport Manager CPC course. Like Dad said, if you've done this before or know someone that's done it, what was your experience and what was theirs that they've told you?
And if you're thinking about doing it, what would you advise them?
Literally, like what myself and my dad's friend Alex did, stick your head in the book and just let it take over your life for the beginning. Yes, there is more to life than this booklet, but when you're doing that 3-week course, literally just keep your head to it. And if anything, I would say do what I did. Go in there with a mentality of, right, I need to just pass one of these. Don't put too much pressure on yourself thinking, right, I need to pass both at the same time.
Yeah, because it's the case study and the multiple choice. If you pass the case study, you've got that, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got that.
You've got 5 years to complete it.
Yeah, so
5 years.
If you complete the multiple choice, you've got that. You don't have to redo that, do you?
No.
So you've got that. If you pass the case studies first time, you've got that. So then all you're going to do is a multiple choice.
Yeah.
So don't let it put you off. You've got to redo the whole lot. If you pass one of them, that's it. You don't have to redo that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still a massive achievement. I'd like to say I wouldn't have passed it first time. I'm not that bright to do that. I don't care. You all think I am, but like I say, it's some stuff I can bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? I can reel off, but yeah, I would have had to.
Especially when I think me and Dad are both the same. We are more, and there's a lot of people out there, you learn more with hands-on, being outside doing stuff, rather than reading a textbook and thinking, all right, yeah, that's how you do it. But then going outside and actually doing it, it sticks in your mind a million times more. So when you're reading it in the book, it's sort of hard for me to sort of take that in. I need to get out there and experience a bit of course you can't do that with it, so that was quite tricky. I'm happy that it's done now. It was a big sort of relief once I got that phone call to say, right, you've passed, and I thought, right, that's it, I've done it both now. It was hard, but if I can do it, trust me guys, some of you guys can do it. You ain't got to worry too much. But no, appreciate it guys. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for watching the channel. Thank you for watching those 2 videos or 3 videos that I did when I was doing this course. So what was it, 2, 4, 6 and 6 videos that we've got together whilst we was doing this together. So big shout out to you all. Thank you very much for supporting. I know we say it a lot that we've got the best subscribers and fan base on YouTube. I really do mean that.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Your support through thick and thin. Yeah, onwards and upwards with D&J Projects. I haven't really got much else to say on this one. It's good though, thank you.
Well, that's why we moved forward, and obviously we've got 3 grabs as well.
3 grabs, yeah.
It was always in the pipeline, and you need to watch the channel to see what else is in the pipeline, because, like I say, onwards and upwards, like Stevie says, and we ain't stopping anytime soon.
No.
We'll be taking over Nottingham.
Taking over Nottingham, that's the plan, guys. That is the plan.
But yeah, that concludes this weekly Wednesday specials video.
Yeah.
If you like what you have seen, and I know people ridicule us for saying that, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell. You'll be notified to every single video on a Wednesday and a Sunday. And drop us a like. It costs nothing.
Costs nothing.
It costs nothing to subscribe as well.
Yeah, exactly. And we're back to work now. No more holiday videos for a while. So back to work, got some good stuff happening this week, so make sure you come back.
Catch up this Sunday because we're moving on to a good job tomorrow.
Yes.
Really good job.
Shed base is done. If you'd watched the beginning of this video, you already know that was on it. Shed base is done. Tomorrow, like Dad says,
Sanny's getting dusted off, he's getting brought out.
You're not going to miss it. Don't miss this one. You're not going to want to miss this one. So come back on Sunday.
So we'll see you in the next one, guys.
See you later, guys.